Anthony Beverly with Stop the Violence Indianapolis, and we're here in Miami, Florida. We just finished up a 2-day boot camp with Live Free, Pico out of California, and I'm sitting here with my man. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jabari Holder from Oakland, California, a part of Live Free, and I work with Pico, California.
So I just wanted to take this opportunity to sit down with my man Jabari because he has shared his story a little bit here, and it intrigued me about where he's come from and where he is now. So, Jabari, why don't you share with us, where you come from? Give us a little bit of background on your lifestyle, what it used to be.
Well, my mama died when I was 8, and I didn't have really any biological family members, so I was forced into the foster care system at a young age. Due to a broken system, it forced me out to the streets because the foster people didn't really have no long-term goal or plan for me, or no exit plan, I would like to say. So my exit plan eventually ended up to the streets. Coming from the streets, I had a couple bumps and bruises. I had to learn the hard way. I ran into a situation to where I did get called into a ceasefire call-in meeting. From the ceasefire call-in meeting.
Before you go there, talk about the bumps that you had.
Oh, the bumps I had, I've been in jail, I've been in juvenile hall, Santa Rita jail, the penitentiary, I've been shot, I've shot people. Yeah, pretty much sums it up. I done had a rough life, so I probably done been through all the ups and downs that we get across America.
So what changed that made you, what changed that made you start on the track that you're on now?
A lot of things triggered my change, but I want to say the most powerful thing that changed me is that I started to care. And what I mean by started to care is I started to care about the people who I went to school with, who I considered as friends, crying on Instagram and Facebook about them losing a child at such a young age due to street violence. And the street violence that I was hearing that was being caused of was very sensitive. It was like petty stuff. Facebook posts, you liking one of my ex-girlfriends, like the simplest things. And I got very agitated and irritated behind that. And I'm a player and a firm believer from coming from the streets. Once you show emotions or signs of weakness, you become a prey instead of a predator. So I knew I couldn't no longer be in that position because I wasn't no longer really holding that tight.
Right. So when you say you become a prey when you have emotions,
right? Talk
to us a little bit more about that.
The streets, to me, and the streets that I come from are very raw and uncut. I would want to say any street, very raw and uncut. It's like there's politics in the world, there's politics on the streets. So once you break those politics, instead of getting fired, you lose your life. You see what I'm saying? Or you get beat up. You see what I'm saying? So the consequences are very different. So if you're not going to 110% play by those rules, if you play 90% of those rules, you're subject to be prey instead of predator.
So you said you started to care, and because you started to care, how did you end up making the change after caring?
It wasn't an easy process, but I had to position myself around other men, what you could call like other role models, and the role models I had on the streets. See, my definition of a big homie or a big brother or somebody who I could look up to was a nigga that was gonna give me some dope for cheaper than what I was paying for, who would give me a gun if I caught him at 2 o'clock at night. So them the people who I looked it up to as being my male figures. It was my Martin Luther Kings and my Malcolm X's. That's the only thing I could look forward to. Mm-hmm. People used to ask me, where do I see myself at in 5-6 years? I still sometimes can't even think for a whole month, let alone a week. I don't know what's gonna happen in 2 months from now, so don't even ask me about that. So, but it took for me to be around other male figures who had their life somewhat together, for me to hear them talk about doing things with their wife, doing things with their kids, paying bills. So it made me interested. I didn't believe that there was another life besides the streets.
So when we talked about this call-in that they had, you experienced the call-in.
Right.
Talk to us about that.
I experienced the call-in, At first, initially, I was very uncomfortable. I didn't think I needed it. I felt like they was putting me on blast. I felt like they were putting me in a predicament that they didn't really understand the predicament I was being put in. Like you heard a little earlier, one of the brothers was heard throughout the town that I was telling. So that's a real uncomfortable position when you come from the streets. That's the quickest way to lose your life. But through the ceasefire call in, it wasn't initially, I want to say, the call in, but it was the people that were there providing the services that I took a liking to, and that took a liking to me. And what I mean by that is that the person that was assigned to me took more value in my life than I was taking in my own.
So now you're at this call in, and they've shown you that they care.
Right.
How did that work out? I mean, what was the process like, and how long did it take before you start believing in the process?
They told me at the call in they care, the individual who gave me his card and met me individually after I got through talking to him, because I know I had a lot of issues. So I broke my issues down to him. And I asked him at the end of our conversation, can you help me? And he said he'd help me. So everything that he said he could help me do, we had a 6-month plan. Knock that out the box. So doing that 6-month plan, all that was a part of me gaining trust and even being involved with him as a whole.
Okay. So now what are you doing as a result of going to call in?
Now I'm trying to get back to my community. I'm trying to build the people up that I don't want to say that I left behind, but the people who I sort of like are very, very familiar with their struggle. My whole goal now is to try to show them a different life, that we don't have to live in the conditions that we live in, and it's more the life in the conditions that we're so used to living in.
So this worked for you. You know, and people say that this type of program doesn't work because people are still shooting, people are still 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right.
What would you say to those individuals?
I would say it's like life. It's like a football game, a basketball game, a religion, and anything else. Everything's going to have its downfalls. Everything is not going to be always peaches and cream. You don't come from the world and become a Christian without backsliding once or twice. You got to learn from your mistakes. So the road is not easy by far. I still have temptations and struggles that I go through every day. Even though I'm trying to live right, I'm trying to build my community. I throw a community event every month to try to, I get a community free breakfast and free books. So I'm still trying to get back to the community, but in myself I have struggles. And that's where people like yourself and other black role models that I have been working with come into play at. Because if I'm having that thought that I would usually have and go react to, if I can't call you and you transfer my thinking, then you're really not no good.
Last question, and I want you to look directly into the camera, and I want you to speak to those guys that are out there that are still shooting and killing each other. What would you say to those guys? Speak directly into the camera.
To the ones that are still active, from the bottom of my heart, I understand it, I understand the game, but the overall picture of it is, we have more to live for than the corners. Like, life is so much bigger than just them 10 blocks that we are confined to. And a lot of us only go within 10 blocks. But we're terrorizing the 10 blocks we go to. Step outside your box and look at life for what it really is. Life is valuable. Life is important. These gray hairs my brother got right here are like gold. I can't wait to get a gang of them. And that's what life is about. Getting old, getting gray hairs, having grandkids, having kids, watching them grow. And we can't do that if we consistently kill each other. We're going to be extinct. We're going to be like dinosaurs out here. We need each other. Each one teach one, build one, love one another. And let's get this work, man. You ain't got to be a square to do it. Be yourself. Maintain who you are, but just do it in a positive manner.
All right. Well, thank you for this opportunity. Hopefully we'll be able to get you to Indianapolis one day. God bless you, bro. Keep up the great work.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.